We're now joined by Jon Pearlman. Jon, your overall thoughts on the match?
Obviously, another late defeat. Incredibly disappointed. Right now, it's pretty emotional, so I don't really have any thoughts. I mean, happy to answer questions. I don't have any. I'm processing, I guess. Frustration and anger and disappointment, I think, is probably at the top of the list. But I think that's what everyone who loves FC Tucson, who works here and plays for us and supports us, feels right now. So I'm happy to answer any from the media.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So the game started, and it seemed like, and I don't know if it was just a matter of you guys trying to just absorb pressure, or if it was folks trying to get used to each other. What was going on in the first 10 or 15 minutes? But then you were able to score after that.
Yeah, so we're in a 3-4-3, and they've played 3-4-3 all year, and they come out in a 4-4-2 diamond, and Oberton hasn't played in 2 weeks. And obviously that's a player that's a class above what you normally see. So our team just struggled to defensively adjust as a group at the beginning with the numbers in the central midfield. Our underneath forwards need to be part of that block, and we got that adjusted at later moments, but also we were still creating chances. The goal again is, it's not closing a player out, a defensive midfielder on his left foot, hitting a left-footed goal, and then we took it to them immediately and equalized with a great ball to Donnie, and then a great corner piece to Kalen, and then had chances from Bedoya and Louis right at the. Bedoya had 2 chances to put the game at 3-1 and really stamp ourselves. We were dominating the match at that point, and then out of nowhere they get a goal, against a little bit against the run, but they had a lot of the ball, and we just, in critical moments, we knew Mbuya was a guy that's dangerous in those off the ball moments coming from the wing, and it's concentration in that point. Then at 2-2, I thought we did a good job adjusting in the system to a 4-3-3, giving ourselves some wide and some opportunities. Again, just our ability to possess the ball, the number of easy giveaways was a bit much in the first half, but in the second half, but it started to decrease. I really thought we were gaining our momentum as we got into the 80th, and we were pushing the game. And then obviously the break happened, and then we need to get 3 points here. Donnie and Fernando up top, we asked them to play more direct. I think Tevin just underhit a ball, and Luka makes a tackle, and it bounces back to their forward, and Kalen clears the ball, and it hits their forward in his feet, and he finishes, and we sit here having these conversations, and I can't really say more than that. They had more of the ball than I would have liked, but we were more goal dangerous for the most part. But the truth was, Vince could have won it, Donnie could have won it, the game could have been 5-5. It wasn't well defended. Both teams struggled in their defensive organization, and Charlotte has been struggling. We have not been struggling in those moments, but we did struggle tonight. We gave up too many key chances, and we were punished for it in the end. And we obviously had a chance to equalize there, and it hit the post, and that's pretty much been indicative of the season. So, I mean, that's really what we're just. I'm not gonna. We didn't do well enough here again, but we're not going to get a break. It's just not happened. I mean, this is our 3rd loss in the 80th, or 4th or 5th loss in the 80th past minute. I mean, we have a good staff, we have good players, but we have failed in critical moments, and there's really nothing more to say. I mean, if you left the game thinking we couldn't beat Charlotte, I don't think you're doing that. I don't think you're leaving thinking this team is just disappointing everybody. Not from an effort standpoint, but just from getting across the finish line. So these are good, hard-working players, but they've made critical errors, and we sit where we sit for that reason.
Yeah, you kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier. You're saying that this is about the 3rd or 4th loss within the 80th minute. So what do you think is kind of giving you guys trouble finishing games out?
I think that's a great question. We have senior players with experience on the field. We have the guys who have finished games for us before in the past. We have senior leadership on the field at the end of this game. I don't really know much more I can do from a selection standpoint. I think I had the right guys to create the right opportunities. But players have to perform, and they know this. And I don't think it's a change of this. We've changed the system to create chances based on our opposition. Our opposition, a lot of the teams we're running into are struggling as well, and they're making changes as well very fluidly. In this league, you see a number of systematic changes amongst teams. The teams that are struggling a bit more, maybe not the Richmonds so much and the Omahas, but other teams will change their formation to match up or be on the road or do some things. And, you know, the bottom line is we had a chance to put this game 3-4-1 away, and we're not doing it. When you leave people hanging around like we have at home, and when we're away and we're about to close that point, all these kind of moments, we'll look back on if we can't turn this around, and I still believe we can. We'll just look back on them and go, the season could have been completely different. There's 4 games that could have been wins. We could be sitting with Tormenta in 3rd place, and you know, I'm hurting. The team's hurting. There's no reason to put anything more on them at this point. They're feeling everything they can feel. But the reality is we're on to North Carolina. They're struggling as well. We needed 6 points or 4 points here. We have to get 3, and then we have to go on the road and start winning games. And we have to start, or there's no reason for people to believe that anything will be different. We've tried different things. We've tried different permutations. We've tried players. People have had opportunities. So, you know, we'll sit down, we'll talk, and we'll again, you know, the guys who have performed the best will play the most consistently. We have Saturday cadences for a bit, but yeah, I mean, we've got to get 3 here. We've got to go to Richmond and get 3, and then we have a break a little bit and get some rest, and you know, and just assess what the best way for us is to take these last 14 games and make them win 10 of them and get back into the postseason, because it's clearly possible. We could win in all of these games. It's not, we're not getting thrashed or played off the park or outclassed in any way, shape, or form. We're really snake bitten right now, and it hurts for everybody involved, from the front office to the fans to the coaches, and you know, our coaches are doing a great job. The whole staff is. The players train as hard as you could possibly want them to. They're fit. They're committed. They don't get outworked. We're just struggling in critical moments, and that's just an individual thing.
How much does such a long delay, how much does it change things? Is it like a mini game to come back and play?
Yeah, it doesn't help, but it's equally hard for Charlotte. And why should we not be the one more prepared? And again, it's those moments. Sunday's there, where all it is a little dinked ball, and we're 2v. You can just go, oh, if only. And I don't really know what to say. I mean, that was their only chance of the overtime. It's a counter. We have the ball. Tevin's got to overhit that. I mean, he knows it. I'm not putting more on Tevin. It's just, you can't let that ball get cut out, and then the ball's going in, and Luka makes the tackle, and it hits back off and boo you. I mean, this is where we are. I mean, you know, I'm paying my taxes. I'm treating people decently. I'm loving my staff. I give these guys, I mean, I don't know what more we could do to change it. You know, we're not far away, but it feels so far away right now.
I'm good.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.